Good evening, beautiful people, and welcome back to Nicca. My name is Laura Mbata. I'm your resident host, and as usual, we have a fantastic panel. But today, we only have one member on this panel, unfortunately. But fortunate for us because he is the king of paps. He's got us covered when it comes to all matters events. This is Nicca. Don't forget to interact with us on social media. That is on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at KTN Home. But tonight, Stephen Zimondo, welcome.
Let me just first compliment you for, as usual, that look.
Thank you. I try my best.
And you're looking, feeling, let's do this one more time, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
So the people at home, you're no stranger to them, but for our newer viewers.
Yeah, just in case you never met me, never seen me, Stephen Zimondo is my name. They call me the king of pops. And we're here just to tell you about what and everything that happened over the week. Events and everything going on. So let's do this.
All right, now that we've given you our job descriptions, let's get into the tea buzz. So the unfortunate news that hit the headlines this week was that it's over for Over 25. To think that Over 25 started a channel before I was even this fantastic age of 27. And 7 years ago, four women?
Four women,
Four women came together and decided to talk about topics that people were not necessarily very open to talking to, especially in the East African or rather African podcasting or vlogging space, which is YouTube, and they started the channel Over 25. So this was just a bunch of girls hanging out, the usual as you do with your normal friends, and they called it quits after
You're talking about
7 years.
Jules, Michelle, Lorna, and Ivy, and these are wonderful women. Like you're saying, their late 20s and their early 30s. 7 years ago. 7 years ago is a long time for a YouTube channel to go on. You can imagine how many episodes they've made until today.
And we actually have a teaser of their first video. Let's see how far they've come, because God knows the first video is never that good. But let's see.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel.
Because I'm like, why can't you laugh in a Range Rover?
Can you imagine how far they've come? If you compare the video that they uploaded last, which was their final, the goodbye video, and this video.
I'm just thinking 7 years again, what a channel would have been. And these are guys who just started from nothing. And of course, talking about social issues in the country, around their age, mate, and everything and stuff. And now they are gone to the age where they're just like, some of them gotten married, some of them gotten kids, some of them gotten proposed to, and like they were saying even in the post, like we got breakups, makeups, weddings, and everything.
Yeah, but let's see how far they've come, and this should be motivation for any person who's in the creative space. It gets better.
Gets better.
Oh God, it's very tear-jerking. But can I be honest?
Yes.
I've never watched a single episode of Over 25.
Oh yeah?
But this is how you know how impactful they were in society. I know about them. I know of the things they've talked about. Maybe I've seen probably clips on Instagram or YouTube or something. I've never watched it, but I can understand the kind of impact they've had on the social media space, even for them individually with their own little projects. And I think it's absolutely fantastic what they've done. Four women coming together to do something as amazing as that is impressive. But then you go to the Twitter spaces and,
everybody's story is something.
The theories
are
out there. They broke up because of Ivy. I love Jules, this.
Sometimes you just feel like I want to do my thing and just get forgotten and stuff. And everybody just has that theory like you're saying. And they came out the next day and said, you guys, we've seen what you're saying. It's not really what is happening here because we have made our mind that, yes, we are stepping back and just seeing what we can do ourselves as individuals. And I can tell you know what? 7 years, you can imagine 7 years, somebody was single, for example. 7 years, your perspective of life was different
Changes,
from what it is right now. 7 years later, you were married and you're moving towards east. Well, somebody else is moving towards west. It's just like boy groups and girl groups and music groups that we have everywhere.
Yes.
When life comes to that age and that direction has to change, then I don't think it's the business of anybody telling me, Stevens, move to this direction, or you just like you're not.
Exactly. Speaking of life-changing directions, congratulations to Nicca the Queen and Slava the
The DJ.
The DJ. Thank you. I was going to say Slava the Slayer.
The king.
I have no clue why.
Right.
But yes, they're getting married.
Are they?
Yes, and the time I don't know.
There's a proposal account to
engaged, right? But you're engaged to get married. You're not engaged to wait around and have fun. You're engaged to be married.
I know you're still explaining this, but you know what? When you propose somebody and then she says, "I'm looking forward to just getting married this year," probably getting married to somebody else.
I've never been engaged. I've never been proposed to. But I'm telling you today, if you plan on proposing to me, we're getting married next week. No time to waste. And I like the headlines that are out there. Sometimes I feel like this couple usually just comes out to the headlines and they give the press and they're like, post this. After rejecting proposals from how many men? 16?
14.
12. After rejecting proposals from 12 men. Oh, wow, Nicca, we are so concerned about this. This is the same girl who was promoting a music video using another man claiming that he was offering her so much money, so many trips.
She's in this new gospel channel also on TV and everywhere. So, sister. And you know what? Nicca the Queen talks about having been proposed to by all those men. And I'm just thinking the period of time since she left her celebrity husband, or is it
Dr.
a partner?
Fweneke.
My doctor friend.
Yes.
After 2 kids, I'm gone. I don't think it's been like 14 years. So I'm just thinking, after how long do you get proposed to? And one of those proposals was just funny when she said one of the guys who was into her, doesn't live in Kenya, sent the mother to come and propose on his behalf. I've never heard a thing like that on earth.
I hope you guys at home can tell I'm over this story. I do not talk about these people.
But you believe, though? Just tell me.
Some more insight.
Nicca the Queen, of course, she's a girl who's come from a distance. When I say a distance,
yes.
I remember doing a first interview for Pulse and all that, and she's talking about, my hustles as a waitress in this hotel, in a place outside Nairobi, and finding my way here. Studying music and stuff, getting married to the doctor. But again now, she's talking about everybody's loving me, because that's how it sounds like. I don't know how many times people in their lifetimes get proposed to, but that sounds
from
like
experience, 0. But congratulations to her. I mean, good for her. Let's move on to Kagwe Mungai and his bae making it official. Vilonani I like the same way. Of course, there was a lot of speculation that was happening online between him and Sharon Mwangi.
Sharon, yes.
Did we expect this? Is there anything we really expect when it comes to Kenyan entertainment? I don't think so. But they make a cute couple, if that counts for anything.
I like the way Sharon just took it. And I think looking at the girls and how Kagwe is just like this guy.
Ooh.
Who everybody just looked, did I meet you in the supermarket and everywhere? Did I say hi? Did you take a selfie? And she comes out and says, okay, you guys have been asking so many questions about my posts and photos and stuff. And she says, aliena macho. So she says, yeah, you've seen it for yourself. And they posted the weird collage of these photos of, I have been doing this thing for a while, and of course, this should be my man. And so I think that's a beautiful couple, and they have been following. If not following, actually having themselves a moment, and they should have figured out probably, or not, what this thing should be.
See, me, I'm all for loving whoever you want to love, but enjoy your moments. There'll be a lot of pressure from social media to publicize your things happening, but I'm happy for them. They found each other, and I hope it goes a long way.
How many breakups do you think we have out there for girls who are looking at this guy? Like, oh, you've taken so long to say something.
Right? We'll cry together, ladies. I'll host a live on Instagram, and we can all, cry about the loss of Kagwe Mungai in this sisterhood. But onto some great news, fantastic news. Lupita shaved her head and now she's bald. I don't know why people are surprised. She was bald when she was shooting Sugar.
She was. I mean, she's a Kenyan African girl, and I've never seen an African woman getting scared of getting bald.
Yeah.
And she's 40 now, of course, making great strides in her life. And when she did the post and she said, yes, I've gone like this. And this was sometimes late yesterday, if not early wherever she is today. And people are talking about, oh, yeah. I mean, what do you think is caused all this, probably? Anyway,
look at this video and tell us what you think.
It's time to let you go. It's sad, it's oh so sad. You've been so good to me, you've been so sick for the first time in my life. Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
In her defense, if you've ever done sister locks, you might as well just shave your head. There's no point in sitting on a chair to undo those things done by the devil himself. Because there are so many on your head, I cannot imagine spending a day trying to get them out.
Do you think that's a very emotional moment for somebody?
Of course
just to lose a look like, I'm done with this, like forever.
They say when you see a woman shaving her head, she's about to do some amazing things.
She talked about something like Dollar Milaje, that's, you know, these are the warriors, the elite women who form the warriors, a team for the Wakanda. Like, they're all bald, and they have the weapons, and they have superpowers and stuff. But is she talking about a new superpower in her life, or she's talking about
maybe
a movie that's coming or something?
Maybe, but this superpower I definitely have is disappearing and coming back. We'll take a short break, but we'll be right back.
Happy Kenya Clean Toilet Mission. And you're visiting Mama Zawadi live in Nairobi. Come with me.
Ah, Selena!
Mama Zawadi, how do you keep your toilets clean?
I use normal detergent and bleach for washing.
The detergent and bleach cleanless can leave behind yellowness, rust, and germs. Harpic's 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergents and bleach. And kills 99.9% illness-causing germs in your toilet, including the COVID-19 virus.
Wow, Selena! Nimeamini sasa!
Really?
Yes.
Now that she's part of the mission, the next house is yours.
What should I do with my Luigi? He's 35 now, but doesn't want to move out. I cook for him, I wash for him.
Allora, why don't you try a Red Bull?
Ornella, where is my mama?
Ah, she's flown the nest.
Nimenyakua vita na loto! Nimematch nambari 5! Nimeshinda 200K! Nimeshinda! Nimematch nambari 3 na nimepata pesa!
My God! Nimeshinda! Nimeshinda! Nimeshinda bonus shopping voucher!
Wewe unangoja nini? Changamka, cheza loto, sio ndoto.
Oh yes, join the Lotto Money Train. It could be you.
Changamka, cheza loto.
Nyakua mita na Lotto every hour. Get into the Lotto Money Train and win big. Mara hii, you win 20,000 times pesa zako. 50 bob inakushindia 1 million shillings every hour na up to 40 million shillings every day. Usiwachwe usibaki nyuma. Mamili ni moto moto na Lotto. Nenda kwa M-Pesa paybill number 777-000. Andika neno KTN kama account name. Cheza na kati ya shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ubambido na Lotto.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Mortain Doom, with its trusted formulation, it provides protection in seconds. So spread the Mortain Doom message of how we, you and I, can fight to end malaria.
Mortain Doom, Kenya's #1 choice.
This week on Wake Up and Makeup, we are talking about personal branding. My guests and I go on a journey to transform our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. You'll also get tips from the experts on how to be your best self.
First, what do you stand for? You have to understand what you stand for. And unfortunately, nobody can do for you that work.
What you can do to improve your health and why brain fog, fatigue, anxiety, depression, and lack of clarity of your vision as well.
Make sure you don't miss this life-transforming episode only on Wake Up and Makeup.
What's real to...
Oh yeah, we're back here.
Yes.
And you know what? When you talk about ICAB, we talk about we are the events people, and we always say that if we never talked about it, probably it never happened. If it happened, probably it wasn't worth talking about. And so the big event of the world, I now don't just call it about Kenya, it was about the world, was the coronation of King Charles III.
Yes, that was exciting. I've never seen a coronation. We've only ever had.
I mean, it's been 70 years, Laura, since this happened. You know, talking about Queen Elizabeth II, and with the connection with Kenya now, we know about Queen Elizabeth and the connection to Kenya and our recall back to England and all these things happening. But this was King Charles III and Camilla's moment. You know, London brought the whole world into a standstill. And we're just talking about, and you can see that, bringing into power or into being the leadership or the rulership, for that matter, of a new position in the monarchy, which is now King Charles III.
Yes.
A 3-day event, elaborate event. I don't know how an event takes 3 days.
It's so African of them, right?
Right.
Like a 3-day event.
Yes.
That's only things that we see back home. So it's
Right.
nice to see it somewhere else. And of course, Tiwa Savage also singing at the coronation was absolutely fantastic. A win for all of us.
And just talking about Tiwa Savage, I mean, we're talking about one of the biggest shows again that have happened. We were talking, now this is her, big stage, Keys to the Kingdom. And you know what? You are singing in the biggest crowd for the biggest man in the world.
It's one of the, it's an event for our lifetime. I personally have never experienced a coronation. Even my mother wasn't born when, my mom was born when there was no president, so it also just doesn't count. But, you know, things like these don't happen a lot in our lifetime. So to be a part of that is history in the making.
And she was in the biggest, one of the biggest companies, one of the best musicians in the world, you know, like Richie, Katy Perry, and the rest. But you know what? Even as we talk about getting that chance to perform in the world, some artists decided, you know what? I'm not even coming there. And one of them was Adele, who decided, yes, I have received the invitation and I have things to do. I mean, how would that sound?
Listen, it's probably an African thing or a Christian thing. Well, when you're given opportunities, take them. There's people like Adele who opportunities like this don't matter. It does. You don't get a lot of opportunities all the time. You're taught in a young age. Once you're given a chance at something, take it and run with it. Maybe she's too good for the crown.
Well, for the crown. But even as we just wrap up that story, you know, people like, great men, like the entire kingdom, like the likes of Prince Harry, were there. And we miss to see their princesses.
I mean, she was celebrating her birthday, and I think your children come first before anything else.
Is that so?
Yes. Before the crown, before country, before duty, your children come first.
You know what? We just know that issues happen, and the chit chat that were there is that, oh, are you guys well? Is it happening? Are you doing well? But you know what? We just leave it at that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But we do have other events this week, right?
We still have events that happened last weekend, and you know how we do it. Iconic fashion.
Oh.
Together with, Couture Africa. A big event, again, that was happening. Not really big in that modest, but in the big in terms of the guys who came and showed up just to support this little event. Somewhere at Social House in Lavington. Fashion is becoming a thing, and this was a brand. That's been a Kenyan fashion brand, becoming something else, and now they're opening an outlet where we can have fun and mix fun, music, and all that kind of a thing,
Absolutely, that looks good.
And you can see people like Susan Beauty, right there posing for the cameras and stuff. People coming together for a good cause again, supporting African fashion and also things that we are doing as Kenyans.
Yeah. I mean, I love fashion events. I steer clear from them because my ex tends to go there to find women. I see you.
Are you serious?
Yes, he has a type. So anyway, the event had a lot of people who had nice things to say about the comings and goings, the nice fashion. So let's see what they had to say.
Right.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for showing up this lovely Sunday afternoon. My name is Lupita Nyong'o. I am the founder and editor-in-chief of Couture Africa magazine. And we are very excited, just like Sam said, to support Icon as they launch the Iconic Club. And I think for me, who really love to support African fashion, it's great to see local designers growing. I know Icon is now in 3 outlets. They have a vibrant e-commerce platform, and now they're getting into loyalty. So you see growth like that with one brand, it shows that it's possible for lots of African fashion brands, right? And even Kenyan fashion brands.
And that's why we're having this event. A lot of people are asking, so what is it exactly we're doing today? Like, what's happening? And for us, honestly, it's just celebration. I feel like a lot of things have been happening with the Icon brand recently. And I'm a believer, when something good happens, take time and celebrate. And so today is our celebration day. And some of the things we are celebrating today, I'll just list them down. But the first is, like Olive said, Couture is coming out with their brand new issue, and Icon is on the cover, so that's amazing. That was really big for me because being a fashionista, having always enjoyed fashion, Couture Africa has always been one of those magazines that I'm looking at and I'm just like, oh my God, one day.
That's gone. We're looking forward to the next one,
Yeah. And so unfortunately from the footage, I couldn't spot my ex, but I'm sure he was there somehow.
He was there. I wish I know your ex, then I can be spotting him for you. But again, you know what?
See him?
We never stopping. This weekend coming, many other events happening. Particularly, I just look at myself moving towards homeland, motherland. Machakos, where Mr. and Miss Machakos. Universities. This is an event that puts together all the universities, institutions of high education, just coming together, celebrating beauty and also talking about everything that happens.
Absolutely fantastic. I hope they pick a worthy winner. And
you've been there before.
People, yes, and I was a worthy winner. Why they did not choose me perplexes me.
Okay, so Machakos, big event happening, but again, a comeback. This is a comeback event. Victoria Kimani.
Oh.
All the way to Diani.
She left?
When was the last time we saw her?
Were we looking?
We're looking at her comeback right now.
I'm joking. Victoria Kimani is a national treasure. I mean, she did sort of abandon us when she started singing. Like, I mean, I don't know. There are probably rumors, but she sort of like disassociated herself from the Kenyan music industry. Understandably so. Yeah, understandably so. It can be tough. It can be demoralizing. But we do love her. I personally love her, and I think she makes great music. And I'm excited to see her making a comeback, and I hope it's for us, because I think Kenyans are ready to embrace our own music.
I believe it's for us, and you know what? I think ECAV is going to be down there and just covering that event. Coming this Saturday, just like the Machakos event. Do you have another event? What are you looking towards?
Me, this weekend, I don't necessarily leave the house. You know, I'm a hermit. And
it's Mother's weekend. It's Mother's day?
Yeah, my mother will probably have an event. She'll be making lunch or something, and I'm excited to partake in that. Besides, it's mid-month, Stevens. Don't tell these things on air. But we do have a movie review.
Right.
So if you're looking for some entertainment this weekend, then this super director Guy Ritchie coming out with The Covenant. I am excited to watch it. Well, honestly, no, because I'm so excited to fun action. It's always so comedic. This. So intense.
You
like,
you need
come
to
down.
be out there just watching something at least.
But it should be funny. A bit of jokes here and there. Like, life is already hard.
I'm looking at this trailer and I'm just thinking, what's happening in Hollywood right now? The entire strike by the Writers Guild of America. And this started like 4 days ago or thereabout, almost a week now. These guys decided to down their tools, like another historical moment. I don't the last time this happened was a long time ago. And they decided, you know what? No writing. And what does this resort to? Many of those movies that are supposed to be coming out, say later this year, early next year, are on hold right now. Guardian Angel and others. Most of the late night productions and talk shows are on hold.
Yeah. I mean,
so I'm just thinking, if you're not going to watch that movie, probably you're going to wait some little while.
They've been doing a lot of nostalgic movies, so I think we are safe. They'll just put out another Lion King. But in the meantime, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Millionaires Club is ready for you. The seat at the head of the table inaweza kuwa yako. This is the club of millionaires. Cheza sasa na 99 bob 2 ujishindie over 300 million shillings SportPesa Mega Jackpot. SMS kubali kwa 79079 ama visit ke.sportpesa.com. Will you be the next millionaire? Form ni 300 milli.
Keep your toilets clean.
I use normal detergent and bleach for washing.
The detergent and bleach cleanless can leave behind yellowness, rust, and germs. Harpic's 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergents and bleach, and kills 99.9% illness-causing germs in your toilet, including the COVID-19 virus.
My name is Dorcas Mazune, the founder of Bright Star Initiative. We are trying to give these young moms a bright star so that they can refresh their life. They can see that it's not that everything else is gone. 1, we're broke. 2, we've not been to university. 3, we don't really have anything at the moment to say we want to help people. Tune in to Everyday Woman this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. to watch my story and much more about Bright Star Initiative.
I almost died there. Please get off me! Just to save my baby from my husband. Did you really lose your heart to help people? My baby! Wait, Diana! Diana! Honey, please stay strong! Because of what they did to me, they will lose their daughter too. They will feel the pain I'm feeling.
This is how our story begins.
Different families.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear. She is not allowed in here and no one must talk to her. You're not a patient here. You're a reporter. Get her out of here, now!
I just wanted to ask questions! This is harassment! What's going on here?
She's the reporter who's been trying to ruin us.
I'm just trying to learn the truth. I'm not scared of you. The day of your death is engraved in my heart. Mommy will never ever learn to forget.
This is our life. This is our story.
New beginnings.
Leo tuliweza wapata wanaume wawili ambao walikuwa pale msituni. Hali yao sio mbaya sana na wameweza kupelekwa hospitalini.
Tonight, bodies piling up in Shakahola as 5 more are exhumed and fresh graves discovered in the expansive 800-acre forest land. We have the latest. Also tonight, Kenya Kwanza and Azimio teams in the bipartisan talks develop a framework, propose agenda for talks as a stage for discussion shapes up, and planned Jubilee National Delegates meeting is on as besieged Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni dismisses Kanini Kege's move to call it off. Plus, lies that cover the shooting incident and a club alibi form part of submissions as former lovers Joe Irungu and Jackie Maribe seek to overturn a case against them.
Welcome back to eCurve, and I can see, because I just had to say it, my favorite videographer is just enjoying our theme music. Macau, thank you so much for being such a great supporter. And we have a guest on set, Slava Ukraine.
Yes, Heroyam Slava.
Pew pew. I speak 4 languages now.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you do.
Thank you so much, Daria, for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm sure the people at home would like to know who you are. Can you please give yourself an introduction?
Of course. Hello, everyone. My name is Daria, and I'm from Ukraine. And I'm very happy and honored to be here today at the eCurve as a guest to share about the upcoming event. And English is my second language, so I'm doing my best.
Same.
You're looking all good and all detailed.
Thank you. So this is actually the Vyshyvanka, the national Ukrainian clothes, and that's the event which we will have the Vyshyvanka Day next Thursday.
Right.
So, Vyshyvanka Day. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
So you know this is kind of hard for me because it's my fourth language.
This language now.
Yeah, it's my fourth
but you're
language.
picking up quickly.
I'm picking it up quickly. But start, doing tests and exams and booking my visa. But what's this event about?
So this event is going to be about Ukrainian culture, and it's organized by the Embassy of Ukraine in Kenya. And mostly the guests are going to be the diplomats and UN representatives, and also the Kenyan businessmen and businesswomen. And we're going to share about Ukrainian culture as well. We're going to share about Ukrainian culture in the context of war, which is happening right now. And also we will share about it through different kinds of art.
Yes.
Like dance and singing and stand-up, and we'll have a lot of Kenyan performers at the event as well.
And there's been a lot of talk about art culture when it comes to this Russian and Ukrainian war. I mean, throughout the time, where artists had to stand up and say, we are singing for the peace of our country. Can you just elaborate or just take us through that moment of artists just supporting their countries during such a time?
Yes, of course. So right now, Ukrainians, we say that everything is the battlefield. So wherever Ukrainian is, that is the front line. If I'm here, the front line is right here. And yes, last year Russia started the full-scale war against Ukraine. Actually, the war is built on for 8 years, but the full-scale war started last year in February, and it created the huge global wave, not only of Ukrainian artists, but actually Kenyan artists as well, and just global artists in general, feeling about this, sharing about this. Even the Eurovision contest, which is happening right now, the first half of it, we saw a lot of participants picked up in one or another way on this topic, for example. And Kenyan artists just painted a mural in the CBD with Ukrainians.
There's been a lot of art around that. Yeah. Wow.
It's amazing to see how different people can come together and support the same cause and make small differences in their own little way. And it's absolutely fantastic. For you, it must be overwhelming, especially being here to be the spokesperson for this event. What can people take away from this event? What's the communication from the whole planning of this event?
That's a good question. So I would say the topic of this event is victory. And this is what we are working on. This is the word we are waking up with and going to bed with every day. My day for for 442 days now starts with the question, what can I do for victory today, me personally, and how can I, and how can I work together to do this? So this is going to be it, resilience. Resilience and being faithful to yourself and showing this through art and culture, even in the face of war or death.
Right.
So there's some amazing acts that will be there, actually. Can you tell people a bit about who will be performing?
Yes, I would love to share, because all of these performers, we know them already from the past year. Some of them we will work together with only this year. But to share a few, for example, there will be Anno's One Fine Day art school performing. This is the children's art school from Kibera. And these kids will perform two dance with the Ukrainian dance and Kenyan dance. Then it's going to be the Kenyan music band. That's what she said. And last year they performed, they picked a Ukrainian song and then translated part of it to Swahili.
Laura, you're not missing this one.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Hey, come on. We'll be there. We'll take this thing there.
Yeah, and then last year this song, it went viral. It went like millions of views or something. And this year they picked another song, and also they're like working on it right now. And there's gonna be Eric Lusovali, who is the founder of Punchline Comedy Club, in my opinion, the best comedy club in Kenya. So he's gonna perform also the piece, the stand-up comedy piece on the topic of war.
I love that. I love that. It's a different take, but I'm interested to see what he does. I've seen some of his work and I think it's fantastic. And it seems very exciting. Like Steven said, we should be there. I wish we could.
It's my kind of thing. I see the coming together of art and many forms of it. In terms of, when you talk about Kibera and those kids, and they come out and present, I always feel like they present Africa in the real way possible. Because they have nothing like to pretend about. They just present art in the best form, and I just think them and the rest of the groups that you just mentioned are quite an amazing lineup that I should be watching.
You should. You come, I'll walk you through.
Laura, I have company now.
It's okay, Stevens. You can get another date if I'm unavailable. But Daria, thank you so much for coming, because you know, we don't necessarily get insight from an insider. We see whatever is put out there. Like, you've shared a bit of your culture through your outfits as well. I feel a bit embarrassed because I don't think I can incorporate Kenyan style, you know, the best way. So this is absolutely fantastic.
This is well put together.
Yeah.
Right.
So it all comes together very nicely. Can we see a lot more? Is there a dress code for the event? Is there?
So this is going to be the global Wyszywanka Day, and it started from students, but then it kind of got picked up globally. So wherever Ukrainians are, on the third Thursday of May, we just dress up in our national clothes, and usually we just celebrate just this kind of clothing this day. So yeah, whoever has the dressing, they will probably wear it this day. Also, we will have a ferry, so we will sell some of it for those who want to purchase and get it like real one. We shipped it from Ukraine. And and because this is charity, so everything, all of the money collected for tickets, from fair, from raffle, will be sent to support Ukraine.
My best friend is not here. Her name is Isha. This would be a kind of event we'd go to, because Steven is replacing.
I already have company now, so.
There are male ones as well.
I mean, oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
Same look or some different
feel? A bit
feel?
differently, like a bit different. I think different stitching, different ornaments. It might be different colors, but it's obviously male, like you can see.
All right. I'm gonna get one before then.
The theme of the event is victory, and we of course look forward to that. We pray, we hope for it, and I think it will be absolutely fantastic. It'll be a great event. So exciting.
Yeah, I think we're gonna celebrate victory for a couple of years.
Too many years, actually. We need that. We definitely do.
Right.
But you appear very well put together, very strong, but I know it has an effect on you. This is your home that's under attack. This is a place you've grown up. It's every day I say, it doesn't matter where I go in the world, Nairobi, for me, Kenya, anywhere. You could take me to all the countries, but wherever you put me in Kenya is my home. It's the people that speak my language, they have my similar experiences, and I'll always love to be at home. So to you, how do you keep a positive mentality? How do you stay strong, and how do you keep going?
It depends. Some days I don't. Some days I do. In the beginning, it was impossible, but I could see, I think, to me, the biggest support were my friends and family who are in Ukraine and who stayed in Ukraine, and every day it's our soldiers. So pretty much it sounds like this: when I get tired, and I hear this a lot from the team who prepares the event as well, when I get tired, I'm like, so I guess the guys are more tired right now at the front line. So I guess I still do have some strength to stand up and do something more. And maybe it's not, maybe it's not correct in the psychological way or something, but that works.
Yeah.
There's a phrase that fix you to our soldiers, and you know what? There's no way that war can be good anywhere in the world.
No.
And what would be a word just to even Kenyans here and whoever it is, that war is not really a good thing.
It's not a good thing at all. It's terrible. You see, in my country, when we were growing up, we grew up a lot on the movies about World War II. It was very close. And I thought, every time I thought that when you watch a movie, you think you get it, that it's bad. But when it actually happened, only then I realized what the movies tried to show. And the problem, the trick is to share about it with the world, is that people think that if they know the world war or bombing or shelling, they think if they know these words or see the video from Ukraine, they understand. But it's an illusion. You understand when, like, for example, when my niece had to run from the country, taken by her dad, sleeping on the side of the road, in the car, not knowing if they will be bombed, and you sit with the phone all night following them, not knowing if they will be able to leave the country safely or not. And not him, only her. He would take her to the border. He could not leave because he's the man. And this is in everywhere, like all of the friends, all of the family doing this. So it's really, really hard to explain the feeling. But I would say, was this quote, unity is not something to be taken for granted. I think Jomo Kenyatta, yes? So peace is a miracle. Peace is a gift.
Yes.
It's not something to be taken for granted.
Yes. Wow. I think that's absolutely true. That was very intense and I love it. But on a lighter note, what are some of your favorite things, like food, music, that people can get to experience, especially food? What's it called so I can look out for it when I run from this job?
So actually Ukrainians are cooking for the event, and it's going to be all Ukrainian dishes. And one of the iconic ones is borscht. Borscht is a red soup basically made of the beetroot with meat and different vegetables. Yeah, your face doesn't look like it's tasty, but it is. It is tasty. It is tasty though. And we do have some national food which is really dear to us, but sounds really weird to people. So I'll throw those at you. Yeah, shocking ones. For example, pig fat. So we eat raw pig fat just with bread. It's a bit salty, very tasty.
Laura, is that something? Go on.
Yeah,
okay.
It's good, it's good. Yeah. Then salty fish. It's also, I forgot, herring, I think.
I'm trying to look for something that I can relate.
Okay, relate. Okay, we eat a lot of meat. We eat, some veggies, but yeah, we more have like boiled and fried food. We have a lot of like cutlets, different ways to put meat together. But
meat?
Meat.
I'm coming for that.
And Ukrainian names are like zrazy, vareniki, things like that, if you want to Google and look it up.
I'll keep the recording and find them when I'm there. But right now we're getting into ECAV games. Stick around and let's play Never Have I Ever. Welcome back to ECAV games, Never Have I Ever. If you have, how does Isha play this game? She's the pro at this. If you've ever done it, it's a thumbs up. If you've never done it, it's a thumbs down. So, never have I ever got a tattoo. Stevens, you don't have a tattoo? Oh yeah, you do have one.
Yeah.
Any meaning behind it?
Yes, actually, I did it when I turned 20. It says in Latin Imago Dei, in the image of God.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful. Never have I ever lied to get out of going to work. Stevens, there's a weekend you were not outside.
Sorry.
Not this job though.
No.
Different jobs.
I did so many times.
I know guys on the road.
Never have I ever lied to someone in this room.
Oh, I haven't.
Okay.
So far.
This room. We just met, right?
See,
yeah.
To the people back at home, I'm usually just lying to you all the time. So you're in this room with me.
It sounds like you've lied to us.
Listen. Never have I ever shoplifted. In my defense.
Oh!
In my defense, it was only chewing gum. And I was
It
8.
was shoplifting. Oh,
I was a child, Stevens.
that's not shoplifting.
Never have I ever used someone else's toothbrush.
Oh, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool! Good
Look at us.
company.
We're all dirty swine.
I don't think it was just once, several times.
All right. So there's a lot more games we can play, but unfortunately time is not on our side. Daria, thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you so
You
much.
shared a bit of your culture with us, and I'm grateful. I really hope we will make it to the event, or if we don't, we'll send a rep. And maybe a parting shot, what people can look forward to at the event, and what day it is, and how probably they can participate.
Of course, it's going to be on the May 18th at the Alliance de Française de Nairobi. And it's going to be performance, very nice dinner, very nice drinks, very nice people, fairy, raffle, just a good evening to spend with the good friends.
Right.
Absolutely.
Alliance never disappoints,
Yeah.
you know.
And Stevens, what events can we catch you at?
You know, I just told you about many other places I'm going. I'm just feeling good about getting down to Machakos for the Miss and Mister. Machakos University. I just like supporting young talents, and I think that's part of what this show is all about.
Yes.
Supporting young talents and just showing them that they can make a living out of the little things they're doing, and they're doing it for a cause, because they're talking about girl child, you know, good health, diseases and stuff. And so
thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for giving us your time. And to you people at home who put us here and give us jobs every other Thursday, thank you so much. My name is Laura Mbata. Catch you next week, same time, same place. And as usual, if you see Stevens Mundo out there, tell him to buy you one on my bill.